You can see that.
All right, welcome everybody to the actual Mandela Effect show that's actually doing a full movie review of The Rise of Skywalker, just kind of like what we did with the Mandela Effect. Now, if anybody read the title, I put this is 100% real because we are not getting a dime. You live in Manchester, I live in Seattle. We don't live in Hollywood. We don't favor anybody. And also, you and I had zero discussion on these movies. We didn't talk at all. So I don't know what you think, and you don't know what I think.
No, I'm running. I'm running away late. So I'm like, just got my fucking hat on. I just got here. I was actually reading the Bible. I was getting some reading in there, just about the movie, the Bible, and the crossing of the great areas, and just getting ready. We're ready. We're ready.
I try to put up at least something where you just don't see a green screen behind me.
Yeah.
So I put up one of my blankets.
Fucking A, dude.
Just so people don't just see a green screen. So I got Darth Vader behind me. So.
Oh, you want to see my shirt? Can you see my shirt? It says. You see what it says right there?
I am for. Oh, the paper? No. It's too blurry.
I can't make it. It says Luke. It says Luke on it.
L-U-K-E.
Luke. I see right here. It says the paper says Luke, and it says this.
I am your. I should have worn my sweater because my Darth Vader sweater actually lights up in color with the lightsaber and all that.
Yeah, this one is Luke. I am your father. So they know the Luke right here. It doesn't say no. It says Luke on it. Luke, I am your father.
That is awesome. You found that.
Yes.
So, okay. What I'll do is I'll go first, and I'll kind of explain before I give you the answer. Explain on how I was judging this movie, and then I'll give you what I think, and then I'll let you have the floor. And then we could discuss it because certain movies are harder to discuss than others. Okay. I got my solo dice for good luck.
Good luck on that.
This is actual solo dice. This is actually These special dice is actually you can use these dice for the Sabak game. So these aren't like regular dice. These are Sabak dice.
Yes, I can see that.
Okay. So
I can see that used for intergalactic gambling in Star Wars.
Yep. So when you look at this kind of a movie, you have to look at it as an episode 9 compared to episode 7 and episode 8. Okay. So you just can't look at this movie alone. You have to look at the movie on, does it rhyme with the other two movies? Okay.
Yes.
Now, I've made a lot of videos before, a lot of Star Wars videos. There's even videos on this channel on the breakdown on the journey that Luke took, and the journey that Wray took. And if anybody knows my opinion, I wasn't a huge fan of The Last Jedi. I even tried, usually when Star Wars movies come out, I try to watch like all the episodes just to get ready for it. Yeah. And I really can't watch episode 8. I try to watch halfway. I actually turn it off because even when I saw episode 8, I actually had to go back 2 to 3 times just to see, do I like this movie? Do I don't like this movie? Because some movies later on in life, you could think, if you like something better or worse, but usually you get a good feeling after you watch a movie. You kind of already know what direction you're going into. Yeah. This is one of those first movies, episode 8, that I just couldn't get. I tried to defend myself thinking, I know I'd like this. And I try to find reasons why.
It's like the Mandela Effect movie.
Yeah. So you try to find a reason why. And, I didn't like the, how about this? Now, I said this in the past. If you took episode 8 and you took out the Luke and Rey scene, the training and all that, if you took that out, episode 8 is an awesome standalone Star Wars movie. Standalone. Like, how do you escape from the Empire when they come after you? What do you do? for a standalone, it's perfect. But to go off of what was put together in episode 7, it didn't rhyme. It did not rhyme. Now, a lot of complaints about episode 7 was it was just another Death Star. You know, it was a little bit of a rehash. And I go against that about being another Death Star. And the reason I go against that, if anybody who's been in the military or studied history about military, about wars, know usually to defeat the other guy, usually you got to have a bigger gun.
Yeah.
You got to have better weapons. I mean, that's usually how you beat the other guy. They got some tanks. We got to build better, stronger, faster tanks.
You know, it's the resistance, though. You know, they're living off fucking pennies and shit. Who knows what they got out there in space? You know, they're starving. They're starving independence.
So in the original Star Wars movies, you have the Death Star that could destroy one planet, and usually it didn't drain. Then it takes a long time to recharge. Yeah. In episode 7, you have a machine that could destroy 5 planets at once. So and that's usually what war is: build a bigger gun. So I never really care for that talk about, oh, they're just it's a pure rehash. Okay, so when you look at episode 8, they did some really wrong things in it, and let me explain. And the reason I'm explaining this is to explain to you my feelings about 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in every Star Wars movie, in the original 3, you had the bad guy, right? Darth Vader. It was an arc story about him and Luke. Now, you don't forget that Darth Vader was not the leader of the Empire. He was the he's the Padawan to Palpatine. So Palpatine was the head guy. Yeah. Darth Vader was just technically, I know he's more star of a Palpatine because he didn't come out in the 3rd one, but more of a story arc for Luke. Okay, so that was the story arc. Now, episode 8, the story arc in this one is basically Kylo Ren and Wray.
Yes.
And the guy behind the scenes, Palpatine was the Emperor, not the Emperor, I'm sorry, Snoke. So now in episode 8, you watched the episode 8 yesterday, right? So this is
I did the whole 3
more fresh with you. Now, in episode 8, there was a scene that Rian Johnson, he's the director of episode 8, put in where a scene where Kylo Ren was going to kill his mom.
Yeah.
He decided not to. Now, by doing that, you're continuing the story of he could turn back to the light side because he did not kill his mom.
Yes.
So that arc with Wray was still there. So when they kill Snoke, when you killed the bad guy, you couldn't replace him with Kylo because his arc with Ray's not done.
Yeah.
So if you are happy with the Palpatine being back in 9, if you're JJ, you had no choice because you can't invent a new bad guy just in the last movie. Okay.
Correct.
This is why I'm explaining this first before I give my answer to 9. And then basically at the end of 8, you just cut the movie basically where Empire Strikes Back took the story of New Hope and extended it. Okay?
Yes.
Now, Finn in episode 7, Finn was basically running away from the First Order.
Yes.
In episode 8, he was still running away. He still didn't learn nothing. He was still running away from the Resistance to find Wray, but still running away. So it didn't further his story at all. His story sucked. Waking up with water everywhere. I mean, he was a buffoon. Him working at planet running.
He's like a runaway slave. His name is Toby. He's a runaway slave.
So they fucked his storyline up. Excuse my language. His storyline. And then you took Paul, who's technically a war hero in 7 and 8. You made him a war criminal. You made him go against the Resistance. You took over the ship. You and Finn are responsible for killing 70% of your people for that stupid plan. They come to find the code breaker. So you basically
follow orders.
In the real military world, Paul would have been killed. I hate to say it, he would have.
Yeah, so, it was treason. He committed treason.
And then Luke, episode. Now I watched some other reviews, and I hate when they said, well, it was JJ's fault for it by cutting the movie off where Wray was handing the lightsaber off. I don't think that was a mistake. That was awesome because you really had to make the other director think that, oh my God, they're just not making a year later. We do anything you want. You got to really make the story. So for 2 years, you're thinking that Luke's got this storyline on why he was there looking for stuff. For him to grab the lightsaber, when he grabbed that lightsaber threw over his head, I was like, no. You can't tell me that a guy who saved his father, sacrificed everything, and just go pick up a lightsaber and throw it over like I'm going to go commit suicide? If you're going to commit suicide, right? You're going to leave clues to people to find you? You're going to leave a clue on Jakku to have the map to find you?
But that's exactly it. See, he was a suicide attempt, and he left messages out to find him. That's what all suicide people do. So Luke, like you said, he was a suicide, but he didn't really want to commit suicide because he left messages out to find him.
So for me, like I'm saying, for me, I didn't like that. So at the end of 8, 70% of everybody's destroyed. There's no story forward. You killed Snoke. You killed your evil guy. So basically, you're asking JJ to come in, do episode 9 to finish everything in one movie, where basically 8 didn't really leave nothing. So technically 9, I know that Disney didn't want to do it. Yeah. They should have gave it 2 movies. It could have used 2 movies. Now saying that, so when I watched 9, now out of all 3 of those, I'm not going to compare it with the original prequels. That's another day. Out of 7, 8, and 9, I'm going to say that this one, in my opinion, are you ready, you 3 people?
Oh, my God.
Are you ready? This one's the best one for me. This one is the best one. Okay?
Yeah,
this one is the most Star Wars movie of all 3.
Epic.
Now, is there issues with it? Well, there is, because 8 caused the issues for this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, because the reason I like this one the best, because you got your fighting, you finally got your lightsaber fights, and you finally got some evil shit. Even though how the Palpatine survive, I don't know. They didn't explain it, but you know what? He's there. Move on. The lightnings and stuff, and finding out who. Now this is spoilers, guys. I'm sorry. This is spoilers.
Spoilers show, so fuck off.
You know, her finding out that she's the daughter of a granddaughter of Palpatine. I'm fine with that all. I'm fine with that. And the reason I'm fine with that is everybody's saying that, well, the Last Jedi, the message was she came from nowhere. Okay, she has no. Okay, you know what? She came from nowhere. If you wanted to create a story where she had no parents, nothing, there's no family related to a Force future, then you should have made her more powerful than the Chosen One. Okay. Yeah. Darth Vader was the Chosen One. Luke was the son of the Chosen One. She had fucking power, and they did. How can that happen? If you want to make her from nobody, then you can't make her that powerful. You can't make her move 20,000 big rocks. Now, by making her Palpatine's a powerful son of a bitch.
He's fucking badass.
Now, she is still a little bit extra more powerful, but
a grampy. She's a
granddaughter, and I don't mind that. I like that. So for me, out of the 3 Star Wars movies, this was the most Star Wars out of all 3. And when you rank all 9, it's hard to, because what you think a rank is today might not be like that tomorrow. If I had to rank this, I'm actually putting this number 4 behind the original ones. I thought it was better than the other 2 Disney, which I like Force Awakens. Yeah. And I think this movie could have been better, but when you're asking JJ to make one movie, make this the last one, and Last Jedi left you with nothing. I mean, it left you with nothing. Yeah. Now, that's just how I feel. So I said my piece. Now it's yours.
Wow. I don't know. You did a good job. I mean, you kind of covered it all. The first 3, let's just face it, man. like, we can never go back to the originals. No matter, we're in a new generation of fucking whack job people. Let's just face it, the culture now is a pretty much fucked culture. It's a totally different kind of fucking people. I'm just happy that they didn't come out with fucking jogging suits and their fucking baseball caps sideways. Okay, for number one, at least Finn and fucking Poe didn't have their fucking baseball caps that are fucking flat brimmed like truckers and have them sideways.
They actually fine.
That they wore cool clothes. I mean, I'm expecting them to wear fucking tight ass fucking skinny pants.
Poe almost had Indiana Jones clothes.
Yeah, he almost had Indiana Jones clothes, and so at least he didn't have skinny pants. Now, this is a whole new generation of fucking cocksuckers, so they didn't come out with skinny pants. So I'm like, oh, thank God. But their shoes were a little big for their fucking feet like they have nowadays. Like they're like cowboy boots they cut off at the bottom, and they're walking around like clown fucking shoes. Now, I can see at least somebody took time with the uniforms. So I'm like, all right, so they're doing the uniforms right. They're trying to do the nostalgia thing. The movie, for me, I'm going to round it up. It's hard to wrap up what you said, but it had a lot of nostalgia. Okay, so it had a lot of nostalgia to it, which means they brought back. Abrams came back and said, look, this is the last one. Okay, so grab all the old fucking coots that are still alive in the fucking, the Star Wars universe. They're still out there somewhere. So I took all kinds of fucking notes in the middle of the damn thing. So he's still alive. And so a lot of that was still going on. He brought back, oh God, so we got, where's he at? Lando. So Lando's fat ass comes in. The Lando, they only shot him from here up because he's a fat ass. He's a big old fat ass. Now, I'm surprised the fucking fat ass got on that fucking ship and was able to fly, but at least they had him in there. And they had a lot of fucking of course he did the Hobbit, so we had one of the Hobbits in there. Remember that fucking one guy is a Hobbit? So he was in it. So I'm seeing a lot of people that always wanted to be in Star Wars. This is it. I've always wanted to be in Star Wars. So people don't know there's a lot of little snips of these actors that were brought in the movie that you don't know who they are. Like, of course, that dude was for the Hobbits. I'm seeing him.
You know where else he's from?
Where else?
See,
Lost.
Lost, and the Lost was created by JJ.
Okay. Oh! I didn't know that.
JJ was the showrunner for Lost. That was his baby. That was his show.
Oh, well, of course he brought him in for that. So the show reminded me of a complete, full-blown fucking like ejaculate fucking final show. Again, like you said, the first three, remove the rest of them. You remember The Last Jedi? With The Last Jedi, where Luke, you didn't know where the fuck Luke was. You didn't know he was even a Jedi yet. He just comes in and like the last, whatever. He's like already got the power. He's going to the job of the fucking hut, right? He just walks up with his fucking robe on his head. He's like, whoa. Shit, people are doing what he wants already. He's already got the power. So if you could take the other two and just wipe them out. Now, this is what I'm thinking. You take Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and then you take this one. Then you just take this one. And then you to marry the 1, 2, 3, 4 together, you just have a long track of words. You know how they do the big long track of words like on a table? Just fill in the other two. Just get rid of the other two. Fill them in. Just put it in the words. So you're sitting there eating popcorn. You're just eating fuck. You don't need the other two because you got this one.
This movie is a more direct sequel to Force Awakens than Last Jedi. You don't have to watch The Last Jedi. It's almost a direct sequel to the first we made.
If somebody could just take the time, sit down and do the big long, the word, all the words, right? Just write it out. Skip the 2, go right to 9, go right to the 9, and skip the other 2, and just put the words on. And then you can go right to this one, and you won't be that disappointed because you've already got a bad taste in your mouth from the other 2. She hangs out with suicidal fucking, pussy. Oh, I mean, bringing back, Luke Skywalker, which they made him look like a little puss. So, I mean, but they had to bring him back because he's a failed fucking actor in Hollywood. So the dude didn't have any roles. But everybody loves him as a character, and he's got to be brought back for magic purposes. Now, he had one fucking movie. What was it? Like, what was it? Corvette Summer? Remember Corvette Summer? So he had Corvette Summer. He's a failure as an actor. So he had Corvette Summer. The dude lives off fucking like Comic-Con.
He's more of a cartoon voiceover actor.
He's a cartoon voiceover. He lives off Comic-Con. He's got no fucking paycheck. The dude's probably a junkie on this fucking side. Who knows? The guy was feeling like shit. So at least Abrams brought him back. They had him for the one before this. They should have just got rid of it and just had him be in this one. Just like, no, look. And then he comes in. But if they had him alive, though, you should have had him alive and then die. You know, I don't know. There's a whole thing.
I think JJ wanted to do that, but Rian Johnson killed him off.
Yeah, you know what?
I don't know if you know this. They had an original third director, not JJ. He wasn't going to direct the third one. They had the guy who directed Jurassic World.
Okay.
He said to make his movie, he needs Luke to survive so he can make this third one. But Rian Johnson said no, he needs to die.
He needs to die. Yeah, well, he wanted him to do his, you remember how the Jedi, people don't understand the fucking rules of the Jedi. Now, you could just die like a badass, and roll around like a crying little girl, or you could hold up your thing and just take it, just like disappear, like I'm gone. And once they take that form, then they're able to come back, kind of like a Obi-Wan. Remember how Obi-Wan was able to come back? So they just take the form. I guess there's like a special rule with the fucking Jedi warriors, whatever. You could just die, just be the dude that fucking dies to the end. Or you can say, I'm just going to become a spirit man now and hold up your thing and just, he goes down and you just fucking fade away to nothing. So he decided to fade away to nothing. They could have just did that. Like, I mean, you could have just got rid of the one before this and just had him do that. Just brought him into this one, have it go whoop, and then he could have been a spirit guy. But moving forward with the show, it incorporated what's in now. A lot of what the modern things are with these people are they were cowboys. Did you like the cowboys with the horses? With the riding of the horses? So people don't know that there's a lot of cowboys in this one, which is the theme now. I was waiting for that fucking song to come in with what's his name with the hair mullet that was playing, like that cowboy song they have out, that rap song. There's a rap cowboy song they have out now. I don't know what the hell it's called.
Our Town. So I know it was really Billy Ray Cyrus is on.
Billy Ray Cyrus
and that rapper guy. I don't know his name.
Yeah, whoever that guy's name is, but I heard that song was playing in my head when they come out of the video and they're riding fucking like horses. I'm like, what's with the new fad with the horses? So the dudes are riding fucking, their machines are blowing shit up and fucking in the air and all this kick-ass special effects was like the first three. And then in this case, they're riding the fucking horses. I wanted to hear that song play. They would have played that song. That would have been cool. So they're doing that and they're riding. And then guess what, man? You got to admit, it was like cowboys and Indians in this last scene because they did not shoot arrows. Were they not shooting exploding arrows? Do you remember them shooting exploding arrows at the last one? 9, they had exploding arrows.
Yep.
Boom! So you have exploding arrows. You've got the dudes on the fucking horseback. So they're kind of like taking all the nostalgia shit, what would be cool back in our time, and they're throwing it into the movie. I'm just saying right now. Now, we've got a lot of rainbow-isms. I wasn't down with the rainbow because the black guy can't fall in love with a white girl, so he falls in love with a fucking, I guess she's an Eskimo. She's like what's his name? Like, I don't know her name, man. I don't have her fucking name. But Finn's all in love with the Eskimo girl. So there's a whole lot
of Wray?
No, not Wray, but the Asian girl. Yeah, the little Eskimo Asian girl.
Yeah, Rose.
Yeah, so Finn's in love with the Eskimo girl, which is kind of weird. A lot of love triangles were going on. So I'm seeing love triangles. And then, you got Ren, right? And Ren and Ray, they've got this love thing going. So you could have got rid of the other two and just had them. It reminds me of Bruce Willis and Moonlighting. Remember Moonlighting? You remember that tension where they were in love the whole time? You know, even though all the shit he's in
together, professional.
So they had this moonlighting thing going on. He's like in love with her. Now I knew it from the first two. I'm like, when are they gonna just do it? Just do it already. I can't even see in that. I can't see Ren being bad because number one, he's in love with Wray. The whole time he's got a heart on. He's fucking like he's doing his. It's like Freudian with his lifesaver, but he's got it for Wray. So it really fucks up the whole plot. No matter what happens, I know the dude's gonna either lay pipe or something's gonna happen. So something had to happen because the dude wants to lay pipe the entire time with Wray. So you knew the tension was there, but you knew there's gonna be a scene. Either he's laying pipe with Wray, or it's gonna come down to the end. And we saw it at the end where it's like the Romeo and Juliet, and then Ray's holding fucking Ren, and he's like, "Oh my God, my man lover," which could have been at one time, and he's like that. So there's a lot of sexual tension along with the cowboys and the Indians and the explosion. And then Palpatine was back with his bad face scars, and he's got superpowers, as powers can be, which was cool. And he's doing things that like lightning things that what the fuck are you doing? How do you get this energy? You just died, man. So I mean, I liked it. I liked the last one. I liked only the last one. And I know a lot of people are pissed because what I've done was I accidentally fell asleep for the first two anyway because I was tired. So technically, I just watched the last one. And in my mind, like you talked about, like exactly what you said, I thought of Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. Scratch the other two. Fuck them. I didn't give a shit. I fell asleep halfway through anyway, all the time anyway. I didn't pay attention. And I went straight for the fucking cut right to the end. And if you think of them just together, they kind of work. Now, they didn't introduce any cool fucking characters other than that. I don't know what his name is. The little guy, the little mechanic guy.
Oh, the working on C-3PO's head.
He's a cool one. Now, you and I both.
That girl in that red suit.
The girl in the red, yeah. Yes. There's something about that because Poe didn't get it, though. Poe did not hit it. He wanted to hit it, but he didn't hit it, and that's the problem. Now I'm going to throw this at you because I'm more of a philosophical kind of guy. I look at the philosophy. Now, get this. Do you remember Avengers Endgame when Iron Man died at the end of the funeral? Do you remember the funeral at the end? Okay, so remember at the end of the funeral when you had everybody around when Iron Man was dead. When you look around, when the camera pans around, you've got yourself a pantheon of fucking sexuals. You had the two gay guys with a kid. You had the two lesbians, like, her name is the lesbian. They're like the two ladies were together. You just seen the couples, the coupling, the sex coupling of all like the homosexuals, heterosexuals, fucking animal sexuals, all the different sex chemistry at the end of the end game, at the funeral. They kind of like gave you the idea of this person's supposed to be with this person is coupling with this person, so it was coupling. And at the end of this one, you saw two girls kissing.
Yeah.
Saw it, yeah. Two old ladies were fucking making out, and I saw the same coupling, just like the fucking Avengers Endgame. The same exact coupling. Not only did I see the same coupling going around, I'm trying to think all the couplings. But I think even fucking Chewbacca was gonna roll the little old lady, scaly lady. Chewbacca they were coupling. So that would be some weird kids, man. Okay. Oh yeah. So Lando Calrissian, he was the big old fat guy. So he's chilling. And who goes up to him? The young black girl. Right? He says, I'll take you. She's like, I got nowhere to go. He says, I'll take you anywhere you want to go. So he got himself a young one. And everybody, and Chewbacca, like he's rolling, he's the nostalgic old fucking legend, dude. He gets the young hot black chick. And then, like I said, Chewbacca's rolling that weird ass alien one. He's an alien too. And then you see all the old ladies were making out. So you see all of the in-game kind of a thing of a coupling. Now that was weird.
Yeah, Maz. Remember Maz in Force Awakens? Maz goes to Han, where's my boyfriend Chewie?
That's right. Yeah, that's right. So she gets Chewie at the end.
She likes that. She likes that Chewbacca.
She likes the Chewbacca. She likes the Chewbacca. She got a slice of that fucking big ass hairy Chewbacca. So at the end, not only did you have cowboys and Indians, and you had the moonlighting event where fucking Ren and fucking Wray, they had their like. I would call it maybe a hint of what's that called? When you bang like dead people. What's that when you bang dead people?
I know, I can't remember it.
If anybody's out there watching this, I don't know what's that called. I was gonna say necromancy, but that ain't it. It's,
I don't remember.
Wow.
There's a name for it. I just can't remember.
Necrophilia. So I can see Ray and Ren doing some necrophilia on the end of that one. They covered necrophilia with those two. So you got a whole lot of sexual tensions rolling up to the end of this fucking movie, and then it happens right at the end. The whole series, all about coupling. I'm just saying, from a philosophy point of view, I saw that. Just like the end game with the Avengers, the coupling at the end, the coupling.
Yeah.
What do you think of that? What do you think of that one?
That's true. I mean, they had to kill Red. I know they wanted to keep him alive. I'll tell you why they had to kill him. Because otherwise he would be alive. They had to kill him because they know that he's redeemed, but you can't bring him back to your people.
No.
Because even though Ray forgives him and kisses him, you can't ask your whole resistance, hey, Ray's a good guy now.
He's a nice guy.
That blew up 5 planets. And
it's my bad.
So he is better off dead because he want to be able to live in the real world, which they kind of wanted him to, and then your theory to all that is even more true, but he had to die because you just can't bring him back. It's like you couldn't have Darth survive, right? Because he died
in Ray's arms. Died in Ray's arms. He finally got Ray. Everybody, the whole fucking movie, everybody wants to hit Ray. I think even Luke Skywalker was checking that out a little bit during the show. But let's just say we'll call Ren getting Ray. Like he died in her arms. That was the coupling. I just saw couplings. I mean, when I saw the other two, I saw Finn, and I saw Finn looking at the Eskimo lady. I saw everybody looking at each other. To me, it was nothing but a big ass sexual fucking tension. The whole last 3 was just sexual tension. So if you got rid of the 2, and like you said, this is the first 3, and then this one, everybody's banging at the end, just like just like Return of the Jedi with the Ewoks, the Ewok party. When they were carrying around everybody, they had an orgy. They fucked.
You know how I knew that I was actually going to like this better than the other 2?
How's that?
I looked at Rotten Tomatoes. I'll tell you why. Last Jedi on Rotten Tomatoes, the critics gave that movie a 91.
Yeah.
Okay. I saw the Rotten Tomatoes score for this one. It's a 57. Now you're thinking to yourself, well, that's worse scores than the other one. No, because this movie kind of gave a fuck you to The Last Jedi, and all those critics who loved it wasn't going to like this. Yeah. So when I saw that score that different, I knew what they were doing, and that's what I wanted to see. Because I don't know if you remember the scene, in my opinion, the number one scene that was the number one fuck you scene to The Last Jedi is the one that deals with Luke. I don't know if you remember this scene is where she goes to that island.
Oh yeah.
She saw the fire. She was going to throw that lightsaber into the fire.
Yeah.
Luke catches it and basically makes that comment: Jedis don't throw this down. Basically saying, Rian Johnson, fuck you for making me throw over my shoulder.
Yeah.
That is the biggest fuck you that I have ever seen. I loved it.
I think you're right. I think you're right on that one.
I mean, it is a fuck you scene because Luke should have been alive.
All I know is this thing had a lot of secret little messages throwing at people.
Yeah.
It's like, this is the end. We're going to roll some nostalgia in the movie with some old school kind of fucking characters, some this kind of a character. We're going to have fucking cowboys. We're going to have Indians with the shootings. We're going to have Eskimo chicks with black guys. We're going to have fucking necrophilia. We're going to have fucking Wookiees banging fucking aliens. Or he's an alien himself. We're going to have a whole big party scene.
It is.
Bringing it back to the old emperor, man. Like, even he's nostalgia. He's the old school emperor with the ultimate fucking power and the ultimate hunger for the fucking universe. And they killed him. But he don't die, though. Maybe he'll come back.
See, you finally got to see, like, Sith full max power.
Full max power.
You know, I watched some other reviews, and I watched some other reviews and how people bash certain things. And I could tell these people are bashing these certain things.
They're mad. They're mad because they're comparing it.
Yeah, they loved, The Last Jedi. And I just think of what could have been if they would have done 8 right. I would have rather see Luke do the battle, the final battle scene against.
That's the only thing.
I think that would have been work, but he couldn't because they killed him. And I know JJ was pissed. So they did it where they had all those voices to tell Wray, we're all in you. I mean, basically, that's all anything they could really.
We're all in you. We're all
to do, right?
Yeah. Wray and Ren laugh out loud. Yeah, they're in each other. So we're there, and all the other Jedi, all the other nostalgic old male Jedis are in Wray.
And they had to do it so because you can't have her kill Palpatine just on her own. They had to do that little weird scene. Now there's some criticisms that I heard other shows saying that kind of ruins the prequels and all that, and I'm going to try to justify what I'm saying.
It was better than the other two.
Well, because she ended up having this one power that you never saw before, unless you watched Chapter 7 of The Mandalorian. She actually has the power to heal. And some people said, well, if some Jedis had the power of heal, then Anakin never really needed to go to Palpatine because he went to him because he needed to learn the power to save his wife because he saw the vision she's going to die.
Yeah. He could have healed. He just prematurely did it. He could have healed. He just didn't do it. He was picked up and put into the fucking body machine. I mean, he didn't die.
But see, this is how I defend that. And I'm like, well, first of all, if you watch the prequels, you watch everything. Now, everybody knows different Force users in the Star Wars world also all have different kind of powers. They all have some of the same powers, but there is some powers that only a few could do.
Yeah.
Now, in the prequels, the Jedi were like their own government. They didn't allow they're like it's like Yoda was kind of the Pope, and everybody else has to follow the rules, right?
Yeah.
So they couldn't get married, they couldn't do this. They're not really supposed to have sex. So I bet you the power is kind of known, but they didn't believe that a Jedi should be able to have this power to heal regular people because nature has to take its course.
Yeah.
So I think some of this was known, but it wasn't allowed to be shared. Now, Palpatine is going to tell you he's a liar. He's a criminal. He's supposed to be a liar. He's Jedi. The Jedi can't help heal. He's not. Now, And now, what did she grab? I don't know if you remember in Athena Force Awakens, she grabbed something from Luke's hut.
Yeah.
She grabbed the books.
Yeah.
Luke went around the whole galaxy to find these books.
Yeah.
Like the TV show, The Last American Hero, or The Great American Hero, where he had a book on instructions. I think there were instructions in that book on how to use that power. But
I bet you're right. But it's dips into the dark side. You're dipping your toes in the dark side.
And the Jedi.
So Luke is technically dabbling in his fucking room. He's jerking his
shit.
Learning
everything. Remember, Luke was never raised by Jedis. So he was learning everything he can. I bet she learned it from the book and she was able to do it stronger.
Yeah.
I mean, because people forget that the Jedi Council, man, they were really their own government. They don't do things for other people unless they do. You have to follow the rules. Because how come Obi-Wan didn't save Quan Jin in the first one when he got stabbed by
that's true.
He got stabbed by Maul. Well, first of all, at that movie, if that power is known, Obi-Wan was a Padawan. They're gonna teach Padawans that power. And even if you could teach that power, I think only a few could be able to do it. So that's why I say that's why I defend what they did there. Because
I didn't think about that. Because then you got kids that are born natural. They're born from, like you talked about how God rapes. What if there's like a fucking God, the Force God, who rapes? He has the babies. The babies are like remember. Well, Darth Vader. Remember his mom didn't have a dad. Darth Vader didn't have a dad.
No.
Remember, he came from fucking above. Like he got like the mom got fucking knocked up. Like we talked about, the mom got knocked up naturally from a god. So the only real Jedis are the ones who got moms that were knocked up by gods, by the Force God. And so if you were a Jedi and you went out and knocked up somebody, then they weren't natural.
Yeah.
They didn't come from a god. They came from a man, a son of a god.
And every power is stronger, weaker, depending on who. Because look, remember, Obi-Wan could do mind control very easily. He did it very easily in New Hope. Luke could not do the mind trick on Java. He's not super strong in that one power. Right.
Because Luke and General fucking Princess Leia came from the balls of Darth Vader, and he's not a god. He's a demigod. So they only have quarter of the power. Yeah. As a Ray got knocked up by a god, or no.
No, Ray's Ray's the granddaughter of Palpatine. She's
part of the human.
And Palpatine blood is very strong.
But it's stronger. Yeah. He might be a god himself. He might have been like godlike.
I think Darkseid is stronger than I know Yoda says no, it's not stronger. I think it is stronger.
It proved itself stronger. At the end of this fucking thing, there's not one fucking Jedi who did what Palpatine did. Not one of them could fucking raise a finger and bring down a ship. I got to bring down a ship. I mean, that's badass. So you got to ask yourself, I don't know. If I was a Jedi, I'd roll a little bit dark side. Yeah. I'd roll a little bit on both. I'd roll a little dark side. Yeah.
Now, Darkseid also has a power. Now it's in the Clone Wars cartoon, not in the movies. They do have a power where hate can actually keep you alive longer than a Jedi.
Yeah.
So last time Maul came back in the cartoon, cut in half, because the power kept him alive. You could say the same thing about Palpatine, that maybe with the explosion, when it landed, parts of the ship landed on that water, the force power kept him alive, but he was still fucked up. Because at least they kept him fucked up. And that was kind of a sweet power that he was able to kind of like soak the power from you to like heal himself.
Yeah, he could just take it from you. He could just take your shit. He's just
why he's strong.
He could take your shit. That's fucking hard.
That's why I like this one versus the other two, because even as crazy as it is, at least this kind of craziness went crazy. Not like the Last Jedi chances were just trying to outrun the people until you run out of gas. That's not really taking a chance. You know?
Yeah.
He took some chances I can admire. And I know it would have been different if he should have directed all three, in my opinion. If he would have directed all three, I'm telling you, Snoke would have been so. I'm telling you, if they would have did all three, Snoke would have been Plagueis. He cheated death, and he was the one behind everything. But you know what can you do?
I think George Lucas was supposed to make them.
Oh,
I'm going to say something. I don't know. There's something in Hollywood. I don't know what the fuck it is. I don't know. And I think he was Jewish. I don't know how this shit rolls, but something in Hollywood, that man had to hand over the baton. I think he wanted to continue it. You and I both know that's his fucking life. That's his universe.
I'll tell you why.
Somebody set him in the back room with a freaking. I bet this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking George Lucas was having a great night. He's thinking about a universe of Star Wars. He goes to fucking bed. He wakes up in the morning and there's a head's fucking horse. A horse's head is in his bed. You are not going to make any more Star Wars. You're going to hand it over. And he's got a horse's head in his bed. So George Lucas is like, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. So he hands it over.
Oh, I'll tell you why. I tell you why he sold it. Because other shows saying they should have kept it with George. And I'll tell you why he sold it. So now fans are coming out saying George should have kept it. But the fans are the motherfuckers who bashed George so freaking bad with the prequels that he sold them because Jar Jar Binks actor almost committed suicide. He's committing suicide how bad he was treated. The actor who played Anakin was treated so bad that he left Hollywood. These people were treated bad. That actress, I can't remember her name, who played Padme. She's huge. But after the 3 movies, she couldn't get a job for the longest time. People bashed him so much that he lost his luster to make more. So really, the fans themselves forced him, but now they're crying because of Disney. I'm like, don't cry because of Disney, because they're the ones at least are making more. George was making it more because the fans fucked him up so bad that he was afraid to make more.
I'll be honest.
It's easy for all these fans out there to forget about that.
It's the fat old guys.
If YouTube was back then, because right now when you bash back then, you had to do it by mail, you had to do by emails. If YouTube was there back then, now you know what? I know I
actually liked them. They weren't that bad. I actually enjoyed them.
We saw Phantom Menace at a cinema on International Boulevard. We enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
If you know the original ratings for Return of the Jedi wasn't good. It was actually put down because of the Ewok. Technically, if those 3 would have came out today, people would have bashed Return of the Jedi because of the Ewoks.
Yeah,
if YouTube was here today, I think we live where people want to hate, and that's fine to hate, but just have a real reason why you hate.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I liked them. I don't know why everybody was so. It's them fucking fat ass old nerds sitting out there, still their fucking mama's house. They can't work for a living. They got cheese fucking in their face, fucking beards, whatever. They're still asking for slushies at the 7-Eleven. Where's the slushie machine? Dude, you're like 49 years old and you're asking where the slushie machine is. They're still eating at the 7-Eleven with the fucking hot dogs and the fucking cheese, and they're nasty looking. I don't like those last 3. Dude, get a fucking life. Those were not bad. Those were good. Those weren't like the first 3, but they were fucking good. And the thing is, leave it alone, we could have made more.
It was more politics. They had a show. Listen, a lot of people thinking when a government takes over government, it's always just one big war and you take over. The prequel is concentrated on how he got how he got power within the government and took it from within, and he was doing all these changes. I think people wasn't ready for that. I think people wanted more like the original Star Wars action, where this was about how a man could get in there and take power from within, and how he could get power. How he kind of like in a lot of ways how Hitler got in. Hitler just one day just got elected. He got in to a party, got elected, got Party, got into one position in the government, and then with things happen. He got the head things. This is kind of a almost Palpatine is Hitler, how he got in. And this movie kind of showed that. I think people just wanted like an evil guy just to walk in, chop somebody's head off, and says, "I am your leader."
Yeah, no.
Did it the political way, where most wars, that's how they are.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it on a limb here. I'm gonna say let's blame this whole fucking thing, everything that went bad on the. Oh God, I hate to say it. That what's his name? Bob Jinx. What's his name? Jar Jar Binks. Let's just blame this whole fucking thing on him. The movies were good. Everything was good. You had one bad character. I think what it was is, now I'm not going to say anything bad about racial stuff, but they threw this dude in there. I think he was like, somebody said, hey, you got to throw this one character in. It's got to represent this kind of people. Why? So you got Barbar Jinx. I call him Barbar Jinx. So you put Barbar Jinx in there and this one character, because it was a forced character. It was a character that they didn't have to have. I think that because they wanted to be the me movement, the politically correct movement, you had one fucking character that was a huge mistake, and from there it was like a bad omen, bad case. And everybody blamed the movies, not just the one character. He's just one character, and all the new ones they're horrible. You know, these are horrible, and this actor was horrible, and this is bad acting here because of one fucking bad character.
Yeah, because he said he wanted a character for the kids.
Yeah, it was for the kids. It was cute.
And he had some like adult theme with the kid. They should have done like, they would have done a character like that. They should have done like the other ones, kind of just put a robot in there.
Put another robot. That was a bad. In fact, I don't think it was his decision. I honestly think the whole thing from the series forward, you had a bunch of executives get together. They got together. They're all like, okay, so we got the me movement. This is the pre-fucking proto me movement. All these different fucking movements, and say, look, dude, okay, George Lucas, we like everything we hear, but we're gonna need you to have one extra character in there. And you'll be like, what character is this? We need you to have a cute character that represents racial unity. We're going to have this. Is this one character has to shine?
Well, see, technically, George owns the company, so he's his own person.
Yeah. You know, but there's somebody, because they got to distribute it. There was somebody that says, you got to have this one character. You got to have this one character. So you had fucking Barbar fucking Jinx in there. He was the one character, and then it ruined it for the fucking fat guy at the 7-Eleven. He's like, I can't stand the fucking guy.
Well, now, I don't know where, but somewhere in the YouTube videos world, unless Star Wars took it down, somebody took a video and they cut out Jar Jar and put in like a badass kind of
and fixed it.
The movie, and they said they made the movie that much better, but I can't find it no more. So I think Star Wars took it down. But someone actually cut that screen out and put something else in there, and they said it was that much better.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think, again, I take the whole thing back to Barbar Jinx. That's what I call him. He jinxed the whole fucking thing. He was a character. It was one of those hands out characters. It was one of those let's throw in the politically correct. There are no politically correct fucking aliens. They're aliens. You can't have politically correct aliens. So they made an actual politically correct alien to round off the rest of the thing, so everybody's happy. Everybody was happy the first time. Now you're pissed off the fat guy at the 7-Eleven with the fucking politically correct fucking Jar Jar fucking Jinx. And then from there, you had to keep it's all over. They sold out to the people that suggested you have Jar Jar fucking Jinx. Then you have these other characters that are now PC fucking correct. You gotta have the fucking black guy in love with the fucking Eskimo girl, and everyone's gonna have sexual tensions with each other. And then the pilot, the famous fucking Poe, is in love with a fucking chick who don't take off her armor because she's gay. Obviously, she's a lesbian. So, and then now Wookiee's fucking an alien. Wookiee's fucking a little reptile lady, and everybody's happy. Everyone's happy now. Is that what we got at the end of this? I think the whole coupling,
like
the series was about the coupling. It was about the coupling.
Some people didn't like that little scene where that lady gave Chewbacca a medal, and I don't mind that because he should have gotten the medal in A New Hope along with Luke and Han. He had a major part of saving everybody.
They wrapped it up with that. I forgot about that. Yeah,
he
gave him
got
the medal. They gave him he's like, whoa.
One review show says, well, technically they gave him a medal behind the scenes in a comic book. Listen, I know they say comic books and books are canon, but they're not really canon. Do you think anybody read the comics, saw a comic that they gave Chewbacca a medal behind the scenes of it? So I didn't mind that scene giving a medal because he should have gotten a medal in the first one.
Yeah, that was good. I didn't even think about it. They were handing him the medal, and I thought that was okay. And I'm not going to lie to you, I forgot that he didn't get a medal.
And that's why JJ did that.
I was confused by that. I was like, why is he getting another medal?
Because he never got one in New Hope.
He never got a medal.
No, Luke and Han did.
See, so so J.J. Abrams fucking wrapped it all up. He wrapped it all up in a fucking package.
He should have got a medal. I'm going to give him a medal.
Yeah, so he wrapped it all up in a package, and okay, here's your medal. You finally got a fucking medal. I don't even think it was real gold. I think it was fake.
Yeah.
How do they know it? How do they know it's a medal that was actually supposed to be given to him?
Because that was the actual same looking medal that was in A New Hope.
Okay.
It was exactly one.
Wait, did it come? Who gave it to him? It wasn't.
Leia gave Han and Luke the medals at the movie.
Yeah.
She only gave two. She never gave one to Chewbacca.
Yeah. But who handed him the medal again? Was it that little lady?
Some woman did.
Somebody gave him.
I can't remember.
Because General Leia, Princess Leia, she, her shit was done. So she's supposed to be from her.
And that's why I never really said anything negative about Leia in it, because she died in real life. So they had to do what they had to do. Oh, this is another. Now this is the one. Another review show that I'm totally against. So another review said, hold on. So this review guy goes, hold on. You're telling me all this time Leia could have Skyped Kylo Ren. How come she never Skyped him in the past? And I'm like thinking, well, she never Skyped him because she's not like as strong as Luke, where if she Skypes him, she dies.
Oh, so, yeah.
Remember, after she Skyped him, she dies. Now, kind of like when she's trying to teach Paul in The Last Jedi that sometimes you got to sacrifice to stay alive because you're better alive than dead. So, of course, she didn't Skype him in the last two because she was still important to the resistance to try to defeat this. So it was like saying she should have Skyped all along. No, she died because of it. Now, we all know in real life they had a chapter, but for story-wise, I didn't have a problem with that because Luke, he disappeared and his whole body go, right? His whole body went. So,
like the other ones, they're able to do that. Something like
my mind. So what does that tell you? She's not as strong as Luke, so that took everything out of her, and she died.
Yeah, that's right.
So somebody gotta say that's wrong. Like, no.
But they showed her. That was cool when they showed her training young. Yeah, she was a Jedi. I was like, wait a minute.
This is 30 years between.
She's a Jedi.
Well, another show. Oh, you're right. And the same show, the guy goes, oh, what? She has the Force? And I'm like, whoa. I'm like, this guy, I wish I was on that show because I would have said, dude, you're a fucking idiot. Because in the originals, in Return of the Jedi, not pre-done in the prequels, Luke told her, you have this power too. You will learn this power as I will. It is strong in our family. Yeah. So, you got 30 years between the Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens. Of course, in
Yeah.
30 years, he's going to show her some tricks.
Absolutely. That's his sister. I don't know how they work out with, I mean, because she's banging Solo. So, they're not going to do it because they're brother and sister now. Before, remember, he was a little bit fucking weird with his sister, but now that he was banging Solo, and so she was training, that's when Solo, I think, I thought it was funny. This was confused me. So Solo bangs Princess Leia, knocks her up, and then bails. He takes off. And I'm like, and so everybody's confused why, Ren's fucking pissed off because Dad bailed. So Dad bails.
Your mom's always working.
He's out trying to make child support. He's taking these monster animals all over the universe, trying to do these deals to pay for Ren's training with Skywalker. Probably gave it.
Mom's always working in the politics.
Mom's working. Dad's fucking smuggling shit.
And Palpatine said he was the one that was in his mind all this time. So like you said, Han's gone. Mom's working.
Mom's working.
Talking to is Palpatine. He didn't even know it, and he was corrupting him.
Yeah, and he's hanging out with Luke Skywalker on that fucking weird ass play. You imagine hanging out with Luke Skywalker the whole time? That little whiny bitch. Can you imagine hanging out with that whiny bitch?
Yeah, a lot of bad kids. Well, look at the history of bad kids. A lot of bad kids are bad because they had no parents that gave a shit, so they hang out with the wrong person. He was hanging out with Snoke, Palpatine in his head. I mean,
yeah, everyone, like all the women are like, "Oh, Han Solo's the best. He's the sexiest fucking galactic smuggler." No, Han Solo, if you really want to boil it down, is a deadbeat dad. He did not pay his fucking child support to Princess fucking Leia, which really pissed off Ren. He became fucking angry. He became angry with Mom. Dad's bail. He's a deadbeat fucking dad. So he's stuck with fucking Luke Skywalker. That sucks. That little whiny ass bitch. You see how he turned out. Oh, leave it alone on an island. Leave it alone on an island with little people. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? This is what a Jedi becomes. A little suicidal bitch and whines and cries.
Yeah, well,
you blame Ren for being a little bit crazy and blowing fucking planets up?
That's the history of the Jedis. Listen, that's the history. Look. When the twins are born, they split up the twins, and Obi-Wan said, "I'll go watch over this one."
Yeah.
He was in his fucking prime. He beat Maul, and he beat the Chosen One. Yeah. You only didn't technically lose the full fight against the Emperor in that one fight. Yeah. So those two were still in their prime. Those motherfuckers should have got together to go find Palpatine. Because at that time, they didn't know Anakin was Darth Vader.
No, they didn't know.
What I'm saying is, when the going gets tough, the Jedi gets going. They hide.
That's why the Jedi don't bang. That's why the Jedi don't fuck. They don't fuck. They don't fuck because all this shit happened. Ren is a product of fucking. If the Jedi should not fuck, that's the reason why now, dude. When the Jedi fucks, the fucking universe falls apart.
Yep.
See, the kids, man.
That's why the Last Jedi pissed me off, because I was thinking, okay, Luke's not going to do that. He's on these islands because he's trying to find a way to stop Palpatine, this evil.
Yeah.
No, they made him like any other Jedi, but this one was worse because he just didn't go hide. He wanted to die.
Yeah. He's dipping the dark side, dude. He's up on the fucking mountaintops in those caves, and he's dipping the dark side. He's looking around. And nobody around. I'm gonna dip the dark side a little bit. I'm gonna flip the fucking dark side pages. He's rolling some dark side. He's thinking he go roll some dark side so he can go get Palpatine. Go get him. But no, he's breaking all the rules. He's just like one of the only ones. But then again, he's got Ray. Ray shows up, and I bet he showed her some dark side. I wonder if she learned dark side from him.
You know what?
They don't show everything. He had training. He's training her, but they don't show everything. But he probably taught her some dark side.
Oh yeah.
I think he did. He's alone on the island, dude. He's got little fucking things running around. I'm not gonna say he touched Ren. I'm not gonna say he dark-sided Ren a little bit. But what if he dark-sided Ren just a little bit? Maybe he's bisexual. Maybe there was a little bit of abuse going on there.
You never know. But you know what? I want you to stay on this. I'm gonna have to go a little bit. Violet.
Yeah.
She's so thick, but I want you to stay on for a second because I got an idea for later on.
Cool.
So anybody's watching this, I hope you enjoyed this. If you want us to talk more about this, just leave us in the comments, and we could always do a second show on this topic because it's interesting. So I have a daughter who's still sick. I have to take her to a doctor, so I got to leave a little early, people. But I'll see you guys next week.
Luke, I'm your father. Luke.